For the record, if I have my headphones on, and I also turn on my speakers with a subwoofer, it is a very impressive sound. It sounds amazing. Because my headphones are decent, but not, you know, perfect for the bass. But my speakers have a subwoofer. I've got like, I think it's a 5-inch, 6-inch subwoofer? Something like that. It's from 1998. I don't really know. It's a good subwoofer though, along with tweeters and stuff. But the headphones really nail the flat, and then the speakers just add everything else. It's great. Also, I just realized I have yet to open Twitch. I should probably do that. Anytime Twitch wants to load, that'd be amazing. Actually, I'm gonna leave that title. That's a good title. Oh my god, I just noticed I missed a patch when I was shading earlier. Oh, that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna go fix that. I'm back. I no longer have stray whiskers. That was gonna drive me nuts if I didn't deal with it basically immediately. Do 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 do. Honestly, I love this. I love this game. Not going to be releasing it today, very likely, but I am pulling in a hair out of my eye. No, I've got a Gifu mod, Gifu tweaks. It's not done yet. In fact, actually, it's not even the right build. Let's actually fix that real quick. Hang on. Let me fix that because I want to have the right build. Mods, and then new rider, Gifu, bin, debug, net35, Gifu tweaks, paste. But yeah, not yet finished Gifu tweaks. Sometimes you just need all of those things. Sometimes you just need to fix the leaky air brake and make it so it can hold 5 tanks worth of poo and all-wheel drive and anti-lock brakes. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, the game is totally fine with you increasing that limit, except for the truck gets even heavier to the point where even with the rear wheels down on the ground, or rather not on the ground, held up, they'll still be on the ground because it's that heavy. But it was asked for, and I'm not against it. It's a decent idea. What I am going to do, though, because right now I have the opportunity, because it is warmish. By the way, apparently weather actually makes sense now, so that's cool. I'm gonna go take care of the truck. That's not what I want. Damn it. Of course. The game 50-50 sometimes if it picks up my controller. I really should write that mod that just fixes controllers. Gotta think about how I'd do that though, and I think that's going to be... Come on. You know you wanna. Oh, it's... Okay. There we go. That'll maybe fix it. Get rid of that, get rid of that. There we go, we have controls. Whoa. But yeah, so I ended up swapping out the my kernel last night. I'm actually now using the kernel from PACAKGES because I was curious, because a lot of people say it gets substantially better frame rates. Now, when I'm not live, because you know, encoding and recording a stream does actually increase the load, it actually makes a significant difference. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that I'm averaging over 200 frames per second off stream. Ooh, that's a bit of slip. Oh my god, did he model tire warmth? Is that what's going on? That feels like what... That feels like something he would do. Hang on, I think I'm being called. So we'll just do this again in a minute. Alright, well that's dealt with now. So we'll just do all of that again. I really should grab a display bolt sizes mod that's actually made for winter car. So my plan for right now, basically immediately, I'm gonna go dump the crap. And then I think I'm gonna go do wood deliveries after I make a bunch of phone calls, basically. Because I'm just gonna buy out everything in the book. Alright, so we're gonna just leave this running because now we don't have a block heater and I'd really like it to melt the windows. For that matter, I'm gonna turn that on. Do that. Go on, have a look. There you go. Yep, yep.
Joo. Ja se teki sitten niin paljon kuin... Oo. Ja kiitos käynnistä. Joo. Siinä vaan perustelet sitten
All right.
hallin puolelle ja antaa palaa paskaa vaan.
Pro tip, doing what I'm doing doesn't make it any faster. It probably actually makes it slower. Because either way, you're waiting for that glow plug to get warm. But the battery is unkillable, so there's really no downside to just cranking it. I'll just wait. Joker. It's joking. It's a jokester. There ain't no battery issues. Come on now. Don't be silly. It's also only -2. You don't actually need this long to warm up. Come on. The synth is good. Just emptying this out and then going to make a lot of phone calls and then deliver wood, probably. I saw someone mention that you could apparently dump this off the edge of the map and it wouldn't count against you because it didn't actually hit the ground, but that just feels wrong. For the record, since you asked about it yesterday, this is what I've implemented so far. No more leaky air brake. The tank can hold all 5 all-wheel drive and anti-lock brakes. I'm not sure how useful the anti-lock brakes will be. Is that really laggy on stream for you? Because that looks really laggy for some reason. Because I just glanced over at Twitch, and that looks really laggy. And that shouldn't be. But also, I'm going to turn off the screen cap, because I'm not using the screen cap. Weird. I looked over at the stream and it was like 3 frames a second. Seems to be better now, so oh well. All better. It do be. But yeah, that truck can now haul 5 septic tanks instead of just 4. When you realize you have left the brake on. Whenever I get back home, I'm going to be researching if I can give the key phone automatic. Okay, I can make that happen if you want. That is pretty easy. In terms of the realism of that, I have no idea. I don't know if that truck was ever produced with an automatic transmission. Oh, that is like way out. It's snowing! And -1, which actually makes sense. Fun fact, I can't find a downside. Yeah. I can't find a downside to breaking the windshield on your car in this game. There's no bugs. And it's like early summer car, where it just didn't matter.
jollei niitä ajoilut tuleva, niin mä otan sen auton pois.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Firewood, firewood, firewood. All the jobs I have to do are for firewood. And honestly, I've been told that there is more firewood piles. It wouldn't be the most terrible idea to bring the tractor, like, into town or wherever the nearest firewood pile is and just do it there, because there, and there are all really close to town. That one's the only one that's there. Let's see. Let's do this one. 015-790-311. Anytime now, if you just want to pick up your phone.
Hallo.
See?
Joo, kyllä se oli minun iloitus. Hyvä on tavallaan.
I swear he did that just to make it so the phone bill's higher.
Hyvin. Laitan tulemaan. Kiitos, moi.
Let's see. 016-412-439. There should be an achievement for buying everything in the paper. Instacall mod. I haven't seen that. MSC letter mod near some phone calls using zero harmony patches. Oh, okay. Don't mind me just saving the game really quick and then adding a file to the folder. I mean, rip all the warmth that I put into the car, but... Huh? Did I just... I think I might have just installed that into Summer Car by accident. I totally did. No options. Okay. Do 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 do. Honestly, that song is wildly catchy. I've got so many debugging tools like this. Literally just tells me like if I'm looking at this, I know that this is called the main switch. I know that I can find it at home new functions, electric things, fuse table, main switch. And so I could write a mod that affects that now. I could toggle it or whatever. I could write a thing that adds a light to all of the switches. It's just that easy. All right. 016-846-808. That was much more pleasant. Can I just hang up now, or does that count? I don't know, is that the number I just... 808? Yeah, no, okay, so I do actually have to listen to the entire call. Still. Depends on the mod you downloaded. Some install mods let you immediately hang up, others just reduce ring count. I only found this one, so I don't know. Either way, it's still much faster, so I'm sold. 0624. Oh, I fucked up that. Oh 06248420. Apparently I got that one wrong. 06248420.
Tenkkunen puhelimessa. Älä morjesta, ei. Älä niitä asiaa. Joo, kyllä tiedät kameraa täytyy saada jostain.
You know, sometimes I wish I spoke Finnish, just so I could understand what the fuck's going on. Alright, I was given a link to a better version of that mod. So I'm just going to quickly go grab that. Faster calling, yes. My summer car, no. My winter car, yes. Insta-call, goodbye. Paste. Faster calling is installed. Play. You still need to listen to them, but they pick up instantly, and you can dramatically reduce how long it takes for the parts to show up PSK. Okay. So it defaults to 600, I think it was? Let's make it so they show up in 5 minutes of 600. I think. No, is that 10 minutes? Either way, 60 is a minute, and 120 would be 2 minutes. So let's call it 2 minutes. Close enough. Do 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 do. Question is, will that retroactively affect all my previous packages, or only the ones I order now? It's probably only the ones I order now. One day that won't fall off. Let's see. This one. 014541109.
Parsaala. Joo, kyllä. Se on niin. Joo. Selvä. Minä laittan. Hei.
Good. The controller is working. It's fantastic when that happens. Okay, 064044172.
Sunti on mustainen. Selvä. Selvä. Se tulee. Hei hei.
Hell yeah, we got booze. Do we have a guy to sell to at the moment? We do. Okay, I'm gonna actually do this first. It's super convenient having him live next door. Empty. Okay.
Niin, maistetaan nyt se. Minkälaiset kirjoitus on poika tehnyt?
There we go.
Helvetti, hyvä kiljoa, hei. Jumalauta. Aivan täydellistä kiljoa.
Come on, more than 170 marks. Yep, they're all counted. 3,400. I did the, I watched the code that counts those run. It is actually kind of painful. It's so slow. It literally does an operation per second. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and a yeast. That casual tickling of 200 frames a second. Most of which I'm actually seeing. I love my monitor. It's not 200, but it's 165, which is fantastic. Ma'am, I love you, but I need you to stop talking. Also, I don't love you. I phoned you to purchase parts, not hear about your life. Although I'm pretty sure this is literally just topless, but you know. It's where the ice road is, by the way. If you're curious where it would be on the map, it's right there. From right about there through to right there. I almost wish there was a sound when you did this, like a curse sploosh, you know? Fun fact, apparently that brews faster if it's near heat. I haven't been able to confirm that, but that's why it's a fun fact and not just a fact. It's like not really a fact at all. Let's see. What have I not... Clear. This one. 014-710-214. I can tell you... You know what? There's one way for us to find out right now. Not quite what I'm looking for. By the way, there's still, Kill Your Murderer going on here. And suitcases. In theory, you could spawn the $1 million suitcases in this game. They're still here. But yeah, having it indoors is definitely to your benefit. It brews faster. Thank you for hanging up. Alright, what's this one called? Oh, yeah, I probably should have looked up bucket. Bucket. In lowercase. Here it is. Use mass empty. Use variables. Wait, the bubbles actually indicate every time the logic ticks? Oh, that's fun. So the once is bubbled 680 times is done. But we know that it takes longer toward the end. That being said, inspect. Bubble, we're checking for time. Math 1. Interesting. Sugar, water, vinegar, yeast. Okay. I'm actually not seeing anything in here about temperature. So that bit on the wiki is likely false. Because that would be in probably one of the ones I've looked at already. Water time, yeah, water min max. Amount of time. Water, sugar, sugar, water. PACAKGES, sweetness, sugar, water ratio. Yeah, there's nothing in there about temperature. So it does not matter where you brew it. Noted. Oh 06113532.
Ja auton osia vai? Kyllähän ne vielä löytyy. No, tehdään kaupat. Minä laitan tulemaan. Hei vaan.
See, I was told that, and I guess I should verify things. 029. Oh, that's wrong. 029043995. Okay, definitely wrong number. 029053995. Okay, let's try the other one. 074425883. Okay, that's weird.
Kyllähän ne vielä löytyy. No, tehdään vaan kaupat. Minä laitan tulemaan. Hei vaan.
Oh 2904395. This time it works, sure. So I've bought everything in the magazine. And it's already registered, I can hang up. Oh wait, no, I did miss one. Missed one, third column. Oh 1941922. Oh 1941922. There we go.
Yep. Tavara. Joo.
Beautiful. Bought out the entire magazine. Now let's go and do what is likely going to be multiple trips back and forth. with boxes. If you have the tractor, throw all the boxes in the trailer, make one trip. Yeah, but the tractor's all the way out at the island already, so I might as well do this. Plus, I'm going to be doing wood as well, probably, maybe? Don't need fuel, so that's good. There's a quick little stutter right there as you're driving past where the bus was. That is entirely because it's loading all the traffic, and I think part of the PSK. Which is fair enough for frame rate reasons. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need the tractor for this. Hoping someone makes a mod that lets me own the bus like I had in my summer car. It shouldn't actually be that difficult to make that happen, as far as I know. I would love a mod that lets us become the bus driver. That'd be cool. What one do I want? Chicken burger, veggie burger. Let's go veggie burger. Let's get ourselves a veggie burger. I'd like to make an order.
Päivää! Maistuisiko tommonen vegeateria?
I also really liked the delivery mod. That would be a little bit wild in this. But it is made by the same person that made the mod loader, so we know he's still around. I'm gonna have so much crap to sort out. Ashens, please. Bring me my food. Thank you, Ashens.
Ja tervetuloa uudestaan.
I stuffed my now unused apartment full of unused parts. Interesting decision. I use the I use the apartment. It's fantastic for just not being out in the middle of nowhere, to be perfectly honest. Alright, let's go get our jacket and the tractor. fair enough. Plus, living living only at the parents' house would save you on bills because you don't have to pay for the electricity of your phone for the house or for the apartment. I'm relatively sure that driving the Kekmet on the ice road is faster than driving it across the snow. Even though the snow is more direct, you don't get the same amount of you go about like half the speed, basically. Then again, I think you mentioned that you were using a mod that gave you a faster Kekmet anyway, so oh, this is the wrong friggin' road. Well, at least the tires got warmed up, I guess. To be clear, I'm not running the stock Kekmet, but I am running a modified one. Oh, I stalled it. Impressive. You know what's funny is just the other day someone popped up in chat and I was like, "Hey, are you using the taxi the tax tweaks mod?" And I was like, "Bro, that was great. That was amazing." You know, as far as I can tell, driving fast doesn't actually decrease your stress anymore. Or at least it doesn't in this vehicle. It might be vehicle specific. Beautiful. Okay. But yeah, I'm driving the KEKMET 602 Turbo, which is only slightly faster, but it has bigger wheels. And I can't thank the author of the mod enough. Because they made it so you could turn off the turbo whistle. Damn, they've been busy. Hello. And yes. Notably not one that I made, but yes. It is actually quite nice, yeah. It's always it's a tragedy that I can't just, you know, pull that and have it go forever. There's enough lights, do you think? I think there might be some lights. Yeah, this is the KEKMET 602, if you were curious. I don't know how to change the high track to be slightly different than it is, but... rear hydraulics, range selector... I think this is faster. The Rusco, Haosika, or Pulsa into the game is a... I don't know what the Pulsa is. I know that the... if you remember the dirt bike, that's still in the game. It's just disabled. If you enable it, you can just drive it. Ah, the police car. Okay. And yeah, actually though, this actually just has a fantastic audio. The yeah, oh yeah, okay. So there's other skins for it too, I guess. Yeah, the KEKMET 602-D. I legitimately don't know what I'm coming up to here because there shouldn't be any of that on Oh, hang on. Is this the island? This is the island. I've accidentally gone to the player's island. Which is kind of an opportunity because there's stuff I can grab here, so... I think that's where we are. It's hard to tell. It's a bit dark. Where the hell am I? Did I miss the town and I'm just driving? Huh. Oh, one way to find out. It's also possible that I'm to the right of town, and I'm not sure which it is. True. Well, 99% of the time it doesn't come up, so... That smear on the glass there made me think there was like a guy walking in front of the tractor. Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. I was too far to the right. They that town is in front of us. Those are the huts where the cars are stored for the races. Yeah, I wish I could change the high, plus high, -2. Actually, maybe I can. Guess not. Either way. If you put it in low and extra low, I imagine you can get going really slow, but like unstoppably hard. Unemployment continues. By the way, that just deposits a bunch of money in your account. A way to give it studded tires? No. Well, probably yes, but that's just a texture. All it does is change the friction value on the tires, which is something that can be easily changed, if that's more or less what you're asking. Yeah, I don't know how to swap textures, although there is a texture loader thing you can use. I know mods can just do it. I don't know how, basically. I'd have to ask. But yeah, that I changed the friction value. I just want the texture changed for on the Gifu. I think your best bet is to extract the texture and then load it using the texture pack loader mod. And hope that that tire is only used on the Gifu. I think it will also affect the other cars on the road that use the same texture, essentially. Obviously, only the texture, but... That being said, if you want, my Gifu mod, if you make that texture and send it to me, I would be happy to work out how to make that work. What am I stuck on? Figured it out. I wish they had regular drinks in here, not like energy drinks. Just making sure. Yeah, there needs to be an option for, like, bottled water or something, you know? Fuel oil's cheap. I'll probably fill up. Also that, yeah. Fun fact, by the way, your project car can fit through these doors. Do it that way you will. But it is warm, there is food, and there's plenty of space in there. That's all I'm saying. It's also open 24 hours a day. Okay, what, is it... Hang on, I need to... Which side's the fuel cap on? This side. That's what I thought. That nearly went bad. $279, mostly empty. I'm gonna put $200 in. Actually, I'm gonna start with 100. I can do more, but if you overpay, they won't give you a refund. So. Oh, wait. Alright, let's see how full we get from 50 marks. At a really reasonable, like, almost $3 a liter. Or gallon, I'm not sure which they use, but... Alright, that is grounds for another 50. I maintain that the animations for those cards is too smooth for this game. Also, the diesel fuel tank over at TMO's should just casually have, like, some hidden way to enable it. And, like, it just has, like, a finite amount of fuel, but it is free. For you. Till it runs out. Wait, did I close it? Alright, now let's go home-ish. So this time, because it's so dark, I'm actually just gonna take the road. Feels like the more correct thing to do, eh? Yeah. I'm technically still building the cores for the first time, believe it or not. I keep getting stymied by the parts you can't just buy. You have to, like, mail order them like I did. Hence the splurging on every single mail order that I could get all at once. And away we go. They're back, all right. I cold? This tractor should be keeping me sweaty right now. Well, the door's not closed? The game actually has some, like, bangers that play at night. Fun fact, these are the rest of them are just like up there ish, give or take. That's where the mod stores them. They're never deleted and recreated. They just are teleported basically. It's a very clever way to do a backpack. Far less chance of corrupting shit, which one of the older backpack mods absolutely did, so. Come on, camshaft pulley. I will take rims. Which reminds me, I still need to go pick up my tires from Fleetari. Alright, let's see what we got. We got the rear axle again. Is this a wear item? It is. And another passenger seat in orange, which seems to be a pattern. And the drive shaft. That's probably important eventually when we get there. I'd love to know who is jengaing, you know, a car door and a transmission and a bumper into a box of that size. Manual 4-speed, huh? And the door can go out there with the other body panels because they're just too damn big. 12%? You go with the other radiators. Got some front link left, okay. Another flex plate to go with the other flex plates. And a front right brake assembly, that feels important. And a heater hose outlet. God, this room is gonna just feel like a hoarder house. Again, with the friggin' body panels. I mean, not quite, these are parcel shelves, but like... how many? A water pump pulley? I've already got that installed, but it's good to have another. Another head gasket. Good to have spares. It's good to know that once I've built the engine, chances are I'll have at least a second one of everything. Except for that one part, you know? Of course, I spent how long trying to get thermostat housings, and now I've got 3 of them. Fresh air duct. Well, that seems important. Isn't that like... oh, that's just the ventilation box. Probably related. Still haven't gotten the part I need. Who puts the entire rear seat of a car in a box of that size? You can go on them, I guess. And the bumper goes with the other bumpers, of which there are many. You know, that picture that I saw where someone had just filled the yard back to front with car parts, It's starting to make a lot more sense. At the time I was like, but why? And now I understand. Another door. A door and a transmission, both too big for the box they came in. The main bearing that goes with the other main bearings. I bought new ones because I don't want to use used main bearings if I can avoid it. In fact, all new is really the ideal. It's not like the player character doesn't know how to hustle when he wants to, right? Another oil pan. Another fan. Another set of pedals. Another timing belt cover. Another front link. I don't know when I'm going to need those, but I know I'm going to need them eventually. Another clutch cable. How? 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 How did you shove a car door, a bumper, the rear seat of a car, like the bench seat, the rear axle, which is in grand condition, actually. CB. I don't know what CB means, but I'll keep that in mind. And then the master brake cylinder. Still haven't gotten the part I need, by the way. Now I've got a cream driver's seat. What color seat do we want, do you think? Another steering wheel. It is massive. It really is. The exhaust pipe front, that can go under there. I have bought the entire magazine. I have yet to get the singular part that I need. Right now. Probably got every other part I need, though. Another exhaust part. Another body panel. Thermostat housing. Another hubcap, but different this time. Another exhaust manifold. Another front shock absorber. The skill to put 2 transmissions in that box. A manual 5-speed and a 4-speed. At some point I'm gonna have to go through and I'm gonna have to take everything that's not worth keeping and get rid of it somehow. Was that it? Was that finally it? Well, there's a trunk. A really nice one. I dig that color scheme. I go blue and white. Let's see. Another. Ooh, I think this is the first one of these I've gotten. Motor assembly. Rear plate. Front upper control arm. Crankshaft pulley. I think I already have that. The wear inspector is great, especially since... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, rip those parts because they definitely got dropped out of the sky. Give or take above the, They got dropped out of... Oh, this goes over here. Gonna go get them. You know, I think this might be the driver's seat I go for, because that's a nice looking driver's seat. So we get another instrument panel. Not a great one. I fully agree, yeah. Anything below that, don't. It's not great. Well, you know what? Maybe we could let them sell it, but just list it as misc scrap. I don't know. I stayed up literally all night. Okay. Damn. I was thinking about going to sleep in there, but I probably shouldn't. I should probably pound a ton of energy drinks and try to sleep tomorrow night. What do I need next on this engine? Let me check the document I have. Here it is. Aha. So the crankshaft pulley I got was the thing I needed. Now I just need to find it. There it is. Here where that goes. Presumably on the crankshaft. So the very last, well, one of the last boxes, essentially. Where does it show that going? It is showing that... Up here somewhere? Oh, yeah, there it is. And that is a bolt of a larger size, so I'm going to guess that one. 13. Do you want to base the UI on the IRL side of the magazine the in-game one's based on? Is that an option? It's up to you, because I don't know how difficult this is going to be. Little notch fits the sharp triangle. Guessing it means that. But I actually don't know that. Oh, or is it talking about that? No, that's a bolt. Probably that. It'd be an option, but many of the assets of the website are missing. I mean, it's probably to be fair, it's probably for the best that we don't like knock them off that hard. Because then you get ceases and desists, and that's just no fun. Rocker cover, okay. I have gotten one of those, right? Please easier to decide something 90s looking than copying that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so based on the image, it should be orange, but the only orange things I have are those and that. And the battery tester. So I continue to be stymied by a lack of parts. I don't have enough parts. Well, that's a bit strange. I can't interact with that. There it goes. Rocket cover. So I... Here's my question. Is it possible for you to load, like, some HTML? Because you might be able to design it in, like, period accurate-ish HTML. No? Okay. Well, I guess I'm boned until they refresh the magazine. Well, other than the fuel pump that I just realized I skipped. Oil pump. Water pump. Master brake cylinder. Starter plate. I'm relatively sure that at some point I did pull out a fuel pump. Oh, but you know what? I don't need one, because I have one. Fuel pump. Yeah, I'm giving up on buying random parts and just spawned rare parts with the mod menu. But the thing is, it shouldn't even be a rare part. It's the rocker cover. I'd love to use HTML for that, but we need to somehow render stuff inside of my summer car. That's... Hang on, isn't the news when you load the game in HTML? Or is it just a text file that's being displayed? That's probably just a text file being displayed, isn't it? Rocker cover. Ooh, phone.
Hei, tässä olisi
Cool. First part is I have like 3 timing belt covers. No rocker cover. I would love it if the game was set up to prioritize giving you stuff that you don't already have from the packages, you know? Huh, there's multiple layers of snow on the roof. That's kind of fun. Alright, so... what do I want to do right now? I think what I want to do right now is fill this up with wood. Hold on. That was like the longest it's ever taken the tractor to crank. At least it's not a crank start, you know? There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not going to be delivering these, by the way, because there's no way I'll stay awake long enough. I need to, like, cut these up, and then I need to, like, drive home. You know, this is so much easier than the old way. Kind of runs a magic when you can see this side, doesn't it? Pro tip, don't be falling asleep while operating any kind of heavy machinery. But this especially will just remove limbs. But also, I hope that someone at some point makes an equivalent to the trailer mod that was in Summer Car. To let you, they put hitches on all the cars the player could drive, and then you could just, like, pull trailers, and there was a trailer, and it was great. I loved it. It was neat. I want more of that. HPL's impossible? Damn. You know, something I will note. There's still too many sounds. The ambiance is wrong for winter. You should also, we should be allowed to take this and use it for the car. It should just be like the exclusive one, you know? You can only get one and it's that one. Like a 5-speed manual with some unique thing about it that was exclusive to the van or something, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get home before I die. Rivet diesel swap? That could be fun. You put the entire old drivetrain in the rivet. That would be funny. It is literally tragic what he did to that van. That's not okay. You can't just do that. You know what? I'm gonna try something. Apparently the player did that? No, I would never. It's my get into town van. Yeah, exactly. The Rusco Best Van voted 10 out of 10 IGN. No other van compares. For the record, don't try this in your version of this car. You won't make it. But he's not easily. Like, you can, just won't be quick. Mine has some lightly modified performance spec, so. Yeah, this is, yeah. And this is my tweaked taxi.
Hei, tässä olisi isi käski soittaa, että tulisitko sä meidän tuo kaivo, likakaivo ja se on ihan täynnä ja tarvitsisi se puhdistella. Voisitko sä tulla? Isi ei ehdi soittelemaan sulle, kun se vähän silloin juomishetket.
It occurs to me that if I was topless, I would 100% make it so the player can have a heart attack from drinking too many energy drinks between sleeps.
Hei hei.
Like without hesitation, I would. Sewage tank, firewood, firewood, firewood. Hmm. Turn off the lights. Alright, so, current thought, hang on. Oh, hell yeah. Is it? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, we're going to the PSK. Yeah, I was hoping to drift that. That car's just barely moving. Fuel prices are amazing, but I don't need fuel. Boom. We can buy more boxes. And also more chips for elsewhere. Just because, yeah. Parents' house, I typically like to keep chips there. Because I'm not really living there, although I should, honestly. You save so much money. But the commute's so long. Time to make some phone calls. I'd love to make a right-hand turn if I could. Who needs a race car when you got like a clapped out sorbet with ridiculous engine tweaks, right? But yeah, I have done that drive across the lake once with just the with the stock sorbet. You can do it, but you'll probably not get do it very fast. You're gonna be stuck in like first gear the entire time. New magazine time! Hell yeah! Put these in here for later. Alright. Alright, starting... Oh, I like those rims. I wish they were shiny and clean and new. Alright, starting from the left. 014147317.
Halo? Halo? Ja. Tavara. Joo. Kyllä oli ilmoitus oli lähetetty. Joo. Kyllä vielä löytyy. Joo.
016589202.
Lestinen. No.
010625558.
Perkele.
046487726. Oh 1390711.
Rispelalla. No hei.
You make a proper backpack mod for now? Out of curiosity, is it just because the text is so large? Also, for the record, it does have, like, you know, weight-based stuff and all that, but I told it, you know, 60 items. That's all I wanted. It is a decent mod, as things go. That's kind of fair, actually.
Manila. Perkele.
Oh, that's wrong. You can tell I've used the numpad on my keyboard a bunch in the past. Oh, got it wrong. Try it again. You know, I could just extend my mod to make other mods' UIs blue.
Hallo ja se hallo. Joo joo. Tunti on mustainen. Porsaalla. Joo.
It is a mod, yeah. It makes it so they pick up quickly, and you can hang up as soon as they start talking. Yep. Faster calling is the one.
Tervamäen Erkki.
Probably saving me a bundle on phone bills, but it's costing me a lot in buying stuff bills. I did 6-4 instead of 4-6. I did it again. Whoa, 1-888-146.
Kuka siellä soittaa tähän aikaan? Tajut?
014-956-910. Oh, 1-4-9-5-6-9-1-0. And that is everything that I can buy. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it there because that shows me when it refreshes, which is Friday morning, I guess. Why is there just an envelope here? Oh, do I have to deliver? Okay, I probably have to send that off. Okay. Is it really a my season car game if you don't have the sound of clinking beer bottles as you drive? I don't think so. One of these times I'm gonna nail that slide and pull into the pumps. That'll be amazing. Come on, I had one at the house. Okay, guess not. Wiener Schnitzel.
Päivää, päivää! Maistuisiko tommonen vekea terja?
So I can't order from that menu, huh? Nope. Okay. Chicken burger. Can't order two though. Okay. But no, I do maintain that this is just Stuart Ashens. This is Ashens. This guy is just straight up Ashens. True. Do your job. It's probably the reason I can't buy my sausages, fries, meatballs, Wiener Schnitzels, salmon soup, Greek salad, or pizza. Can I just say that the way the drink is implemented is a little bit jank, right? So there's the initial drink, which does lower your thirst, but then because it doesn't lower it enough, instead of making it so it just lowers your thirst more, he added like an extra bit on the end of each drink that just lowers your thirst by like a set amount additionally. Alright, let's go look at the post order in the mail. And then pick up our post, because that's what you have to do. Fun fact, by the way, this car in particular, if you remember, there was a bug that was fixed earlier by Topless, where the engine will just randomly just go to 1,000,000 RPM. I ran into that while I was writing my mod. Very interesting issue. My fix was I just added a little bit of code that just activates whenever the car goes over the maximum speed, that lowers it. And that was pretty much all I could do. So you can use it without it plugged in? Oh, we're doing a jump. The way I drive is simply the best for fuel efficiency. Let it be known. Also, in fairness, he also broke the check for for a while there. You could drive the tractor with no fuel in it. It just didn't work. I'm gonna have to save and reload the game, aren't I? Okay, fair enough. I'll admit, I end up in this guy's yard way too often. I'm enjoying just driving like a complete ass. If you're wondering why I'm driving so bad, if I wanted to drive good, I could. I'm just enjoying not. Oh, you know what? I'm saving and reloading the game. I should plug it into the lock heater so that it isn't a pain in the ass to get started. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. That's unfortunate. Can I get into the car, maybe? Can I just say that it is very fun doing all-wheel burnouts in an all-wheel drive car. Helped along by the helpful... So, I had, I think, a fuel tank in there and a case of beer. I don't know if I'm ever going to see either one of them ever again. Let's go find that. I think that's probably it right there. I think it might have even landed on its wheels. Holy shit, it like landed right next to the road even, what? Alright, the beer is... Oh my god! The beer's gone, but honestly it's beer, I can get more. I'm amazed the gasoline is still in here though. Wait. Hang on. Okay, there is glass there. It's just very clear. Okay. I love the pillar is just wrecked. Also, the fact that it's idling after that, what? Let's try this again, shall we? Hopefully with a little bit less car flying over buildings like Superman. I'll just put this over here with the rest of the car. Okay, so now at some point in the future, I'm gonna be doing something. I'm gonna look, and there's just gonna be a case of beer, and it's gonna be like, how did that get? And then I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to go back and get the clip of that, because that was wild. In fact, I'm gonna just pull up my stream right now and see if I can't get that. I can't call in to join my own stream. That's fair, actually. That's reasonable. Now let me see. I want to make a clip. Share? No. How do I clip on Twitch? I forget. Oh my god. It's been too long. Aha, I found the clip button. And I'm gonna have to go back to the VOD to do that, I suspect. Okay. Videos. And I just realized that I can't because it doesn't automatically... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh well. That was an event either way, and I'll extract it from the video file later. I am so glad the damage to these cars is not saved. I do wish the warmth state of the cars was saved, though. Because this car should still be warm. It's been an hour at most since the last time I drove it. In-game. Oh. You know, every time I've looked at the car and gone, yeah, I don't need fuel, I've just realized that I've been looking at the wrong gauge. I've been looking at the one on the right, not the one on the left. The one on the left being the fuel gauge. I just realized I never actually looked at the mail, so I don't know if this is gonna work. One way to find out. I wish I could put music in here that was like 90s music that would be on the radio, but I would get copyrights taken down so fast. Oh, good. That does just work. Also, I'm glad that she can wander off and I can just keep doing this. Oh, I'm out of money. Well, let's hope the parts that I need are within these boxes. Failing that, I can go deliver some wood. Please remove box from the bagging area. Which one? Oh, I got 20 of them. I think it's about half of the thing. That was like 10 grand, by the way. Oh, hang on. I'm an idiot. Hang on, I can afford those. Also, I need to buy gas. $3 grand is like not nearly enough, but it is more than I had in my hand. I don't know how many more I have, so we'll see. Can I... please? No? Okay. Alright, well, let's put some fuel in this. It is out of volume. Where do we got? Three-quarters of a tank? I'm gonna say 200 marks. Probably a good idea. The texture's wrong. And I just blew quite a number of marks on that. Yeah, I just lost like 150 marks. Okay. Yeah, that's temperature, that's fuel. That's depressing. Alright, let's go and check the mailbox, I guess. You and you're in a funny coding competition and your opponent is topless gun? In fairness, I think it's one of the mods that I have installed that gives me the RPM gauge, because it uses a texture. And I think they've just accidentally swapped the two gauges. In fact, if I go to yeah, now it's correct. So if it's correct when correct vanilla, not correct when tachometer. Now we just got a tachyons. Well, fuck. It's only if you pay with cash and don't use... Oh, but if you pay with card, you don't use it. Is that true? As far as I know, you just don't get it back regardless. Oh, so it was turning like a wheel and just going really, really fast? I should go check the ATM. Yeah, that's a good call. Going back there anyway, because I wanted to do this. Hopefully it'll re-trigger them. I mean, ultimately, if nothing else, I've got 20 boxes to drop off, so... Ultra-wide 34-inch curve? Damn, nice! Oh, you're right. If you pay by card, it only takes what... Okay! That is beautiful and great to know. Racing game, good for racing games to get better FOV. Hell yeah! You know, if you're gonna be doing like racing games, you should take it one step further. Full VR. Oh god, can you imagine a VR mod for a winter car? No? Not gonna... Okay. Okay, fair enough. I can see that being an issue. my crisp sausages. It's the best kind of sausages. It's really not. No, the best kind are like gently barbecued, if you ask me. Bren hearing what I'm doing and pitching in. I really wish you could flush the toilet. I should add a button there. When you click it, it makes a toilet flushing sound. Probably be the most downloaded mod on Nexus Mods within an hour. Just instant cult classic mod. 10 years from now, they'll be like, you remember that mod for my winter car that you flush the toilet? That was like the best mod ever. Nothing has ever surpassed the toilet flushing mod. That is kind of a clever idea, actually, but you'd have to like delay everything else, because the sound just stops when it saves. Could add it to loading though. Just make it play the sound of a toilet flushing during load. Yeah. High quality, absolutely worth it modding. Toilet flushing when you load the game. Just filling sweat. Maybe max out the dirtiness as well. So you load it and you immediately need a shower. I mean, most people wouldn't be able to see the dirtiness meter because it's hidden, but I mean, it is still there. Yeah, so I spam saved and loaded to pass the time, and I woke up, I don't even know where, dead, because because I died of not sleeping. That's not what I meant to do. I want to look at the watch. Oh, it's midnight again. So I haven't slept in over a day. Those energy drinks, man, they just get you wired. Watched one streamer ages ago, and he did a stream where viewers could spawn like Moses or sabotage from beer cases to help. And didn't spawning pizzas make the car just freak out? Because pizzas, for some reason, just had like wild physics on them. And we're not talking about Mart. That's the best part. What, you're surprised to run into somebody who knows Martin Cedo Pants? Well, knows of. I don't actually know him. I would be cool if I did, though. He actually had one of my mods installed when he was doing those streams. Just as a fun fact. I totally left the garage light on. It seems to me that the fuses pop a lot less than they did during Summer Car because there's not really many opportunities for them to. Although, nobody tell Topless that thunderstorms in the snow are a real thing and they can hurt you. There's no room in here. Right? Been too long since I slept in this bed. And also literally more than a day since last time I slept. Just wanted to take the edge off. Sun will be coming up soon. Alright, we'll start with this one. Do you contain the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Nope. You contain a boot lid. Because they're there with the other car parts. You contain an exhaust muffler. You contain a actually, I don't have that yet, so good. No, heater hose. Can go with the other heater hose. And yet another transmission. And more brake lines. For the record, a lot of these are items you should absolutely, under no circumstances, buy or use used. It's just a terrible idea. You're just asking for issues. Alright, heater hose. Rear shock absorber. Another camshaft. In decent condition. Until I dropped it. Another gearbox crossmember. Didn't have one, now I've got two. Timing belt. Is it at all okay? It's an okay timing belt. Steering wheel. You can go with the other steering wheels. Steering shaft. I can go with the other stuff. And a flywheel. I think this might actually be the first flywheel I've gotten of all of these. I've got like seven flex plates. First flywheel. And I've got hiccups now too. And there's the rims. I think I'm good for rims from now on. Unless I need more sets of tires, but... Or a seat style I like. Like that, I kind of dig these ones. Muffler, brake lines, gear or just pedals, fender, bumper, front lower control arm. Dash bottom cover, which makes it part of this pile. Another bumper. Another bumper. Who ships somebody like 20 bumpers? Like, come on. Wiper motor. Water pump. I need a fuel pump. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that's what I'm lacking right now. And a steering shaft. It is amazing that I'm still over 100 FPS of this many items here. Column shroud. Muffler. This thing. More exhaust headers. These look like the Steelies from Summer Car. Water pump pulley. Useful to have, not right now though. Handbrake lever. Alright, so... back seat. Ooh, that is a nice color scheme. I actually love that. The Hot Bungaris chorus trunk. Hell yeah. Another driver's seat. Carburetor. Bumper. Rear light. Another car radio. There's another one over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Exactly where I thought it would be. Boot lid. Center console. Muffler. Oh, a pair of shock absorbers. That's actually just fire. I only need 2, but it's nice to have more. Another rear light. When it comes to the rear light, man, we're going to be set. Front right brake assembly. Also front right brake assembly. Column shroud. Hose. A main bearing. If I ever need a bearing or a piston, I'm set. That's what I'm learning today. Just get a used one. It's on the shelf. Go on, kid. However, if you ever need a fuel pump, go fuck yourself. I think it's a fuel pump I needed, but either way. Back seat, seat rest. Another instrument panel. Unironically, might be my favorite one yet. Another fresh air duct. Now, it wasn't the fuel pump I was looking for. It was the cover that goes on top of the engine that covers the other bits. Alright, so exhaust pipe goes in the exhaust hole. Drive shaft also goes in the exhaust hole. Brake master cylinder goes over on the shelves. Over here. Radiator hose top. Front shock absorber. I actually need one of those. The pile's starting to become a little bit unwieldy. God damn. Just ship me the entire interior, why don't you? One seat. Why do you have 2 driver's seat? Why do you have 3 driver's seat? This one's kind of nice, but why do you have 3 of them? And a fender. That's a little bit of an odd collection, if you ask me. Now the boot lid, ooh, in the blue. Apparently you can only pick up alternators by the back end. The more you know. One thermostatic thermostat. I literally don't care that it went on the floor. I'll be honest. Bah, rear axle. When it eventually comes time to decide the colors and everything, I'm gonna have so many options. Well, that's a weird one. I don't like it. You can go there. An air cleaner. Good, good. We actually don't think I had one of those yet. I mean, I might have, but I don't recall. More exhaust headers. I can go up there with the other exhaust headers and stuff. A gear shift. Another rear shock absorber. Are those wear items? They are. Okay. I love how it paints it after it gets out. Alright, 3-speed automatic gearbox. Interesting. A fender in red this time. And a bumper. I still have not received the piece that I need to continue building the engine. Also, there's a door in the ceiling. Grill. Timing belt. Oh, that's just going... yeet. How is it that I can open this many of them and get nothing? Loving that door with that going on. That's fun. Another transmission. Another headlight assembly. Another auxiliary shaft. Another gear shift. Alright, another grill. Another fan. Another camshaft. Another carburetor. I think this is the first automatic shifter that I found. And we did not, in fact, from all of those boxes, get the single part that we needed. Lots of fenders. You know, for if you ever need one of those, I've got spares. There's only 2 of them on the car. Steering rack could be probably handy, yeah. Oil pump. Yep. One of those. Carburetor. Yep. And flywheel. I understand why he added the metal sails thing now. I get it. I do. I get it. That being said, this we're gonna call it a day. I hope if everyone's had a good time. I'm hungry. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.